Hello and welcome to my first Pan That Palette update. If you haven't seen my introduction video, I am working on the NARS Narsissist palette and I've chosen this because the packaging has broken. And unfortunately we've also had some mishaps along the way. We're going to jump straight in so that you can see what's been going on. So here's what the palette looked like at the end of January. Here's the palette after 10 uses in February and after 9 uses in March. As you'll have been able to see from those clips, 2 of the eyeshadows have been broken. The first eyeshadow to break was the dark brown. I was using the mirror in the lid to do my makeup and dropped it and the corner landed straight into the brown eyeshadow. So even though it hasn't had any use, there is now a dent in it. The second mishap happened when I was filming some clips that I'm going to show you later of the look that I've been wearing the most. The palette was on my lap and I must have leaned or moved funny because it fell off my lap, hit the ground, and half of the eyeshadow came out of the pan. So now I'm trying to be very careful to keep the palette flat. I've had some ideas on how I could save this and I would love your thoughts. I figured I could either leave it as it is and try and keep the palette as flat as possible so that the powder doesn't go into other eyeshadows, or I can try repressing it, which is something I've never done before and always been nervous to. But as this is already broken, it feels like it could be the right time to give it a go. Alternatively, I wondered if it might work well as a loose eyeshadow, depotted into the compact that I've inherited from my grandmother. I'd love to know what you think would work the best. Let's take a look at the progress on individual shadows, starting with the ones that I've used the most. Here's what the cream shade looked like at the end of January, and here's how it looks after 16 uses. This is a great base shade that I use all over the lid and up to my brow bone, over the top of my eyeshadow primer. I find that when I apply other eyeshadows on top, they blend much better when I have a base layer first. I've loved using the white eyeshadow with gold flecks on my eyelid to brighten the area. Here's what the white eyeshadow looked like at the end of January, and here's how it looks after 18 uses. As we come into the warmer months, I feel like I would enjoy a warmer toned eyeshadow on my lid more. Something like the number 7 eyeshadow in Seashell or the Bobby Brown eyeshadow in Gold Dust. But unfortunately the palette doesn't have this. So I'm going to experiment a bit and see what I can come up with. Next, I've been using the Taupe shade on the outer corner of my eye and into the crease. Here's what the Taupe shade looked like at the end of January, and here's how it looks after 15 uses. This has felt a bit too cool toned for me, so I've been layering the beige shade over the top, and I really like how this looks. Here's how the beige shade looked at the end of January, and here's how it looks after 16 uses and an accident. To finish off the eye look, I've been enjoying stamping the black shade onto the outer edge of my lash line, occasionally winging it out a little bit. Here's what the black shade looked like at the end of January, and here's how it looks after 16 uses. I have really been enjoying having one eye look that I can just come to. I know it's reliable, I know it's going to work, I know it's going to be easy to do early in the morning. I thought I'd enjoy experimenting more, but I really haven't. I like the routine, I like knowing what I'm doing and just getting on with it. Saying this, on the days that I have not put makeup on in the morning, I've been starting to experiment at night before I go to bed. By doing this, I've discovered that the grey shade is the ideal colour for my brows. Here's what the grey shade looked like at the end of January, and here's how it looks after 10 uses. During my makeup playtime, I used the pink shade 3 times in February and twice in March. I used the lighter taupe shade once in March, the shimmery brown twice in March, the dark purple once, and the dark brown once. I'm really enjoying the process of panning this eyeshadow palette and learning more about my preferences. In the future, I will definitely be looking to make sure there are multiple light shimmery shades for my eyelid in different tones for the seasons. And I'm really hoping that I can hit pan on the cream shade by the next update, which is my first goal for the palette. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on potential combinations and what I should do with the beige shade. Thank you for watching and I will speak to you soon. Bye.